Well, for years, CSI fans have been wondering if there was more going on between Grissom and Sara than meets the eye. Well, last night we found out that the answer is definitely yes. Now we have even more questions, and so do the CSI stars.
I'd prefer to know in advance that I was going to die. I'd like to be diagnosed with cancer, actually. Have some time to prepare.
Last night's episode was almost over, where we heard Gil Grissom ruminating about the end of his own life.
And it's a little scene, but it's just a coda on the season, you know. And it's, if we do it right, it'll seem like, did that just happen?
It was what we saw next that is destined to become a classic CSI moment.
Possibly enter an international chess tournament. At least have enough time to say goodbye to the people I love.
You know what, honestly, Sarah's never given up on Grissom, to be perfectly honest with you. And that is the big question, you know, how long has this been going on? And I think we're all wondering that same question, including the writers at this point.
When you combine two seemingly harmless elements, aluminum and rust...
For years, it seemed there was something unspoken in the relationship between Grissom and Sara.
It burns and burns until it burns itself out, finally consuming both elements.
I guess some people just shouldn't be together.
We were doling it out in little tiny pieces just between me and Georgia. So it's a big deal for me and her just in terms of where we've at.
I'm not ready to say goodbye.
And the idea is that it's intimate. It's not sexual in any way.
No, it's not, but it's
the way we're
intimate.
going to do it. But it's intimate. It's obviously, it's like a married couple in a bedroom at night talking to each other.
Very comfortable with each other.
And so, I mean, the implication is that, I mean, for George and I, it's that we've had a relationship for many years that nobody knows about. That we, even in our behavior around here, nobody would know.
Go in for sex and get stoned. Pretty much every man's fear.
Grissom might think that no one knows about his relationship with Sara, but fellow super sleuths Catherine and Nick are far from clueless. Is she going to judge it? Is she going to look at it?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so at all. I think that she'll be perfectly content just sort of watching it unfold and watching them trying to keep it a secret.
He sees the way they look at each other. He I think, understands Sara very well. Doesn't everyone just love Grissom? I mean, there's just something eccentric and weird and kooky and cool and awesome about Grissom, man.
Most people want to die in their sleep, I suppose. Never know that it's happening.
One of the greatest gifts in this cliffhanger for Sara, irregardless of what it turns out to be, is that there's this tiniest little ray of sunshine in that scene that we don't get to see these characters have that much. You know, they live in the shadows and they live in the dark sides of people's lives. And here's this little bit of oxygen that just kind of got blown into that space where we find Grissom and Sara. So that's an interesting thing to, you know, maybe have to look forward to next season.
Now, last night, CSI might have given us one cliffhanger, but it resolved another. Jim Brass was clinging to life after being shot, but the good news is the character will be around for season number 7.